where we hoop back. We back at it. Let's talk about it. You already know, guys. CP3, if you didn't know, waived by the Phoenix Suns. You know, he was owed 30 million. I think they owe him now what? It's a hit for 15.8. So they owe Chris Paul a guaranteed $15.8 million. But the Suns say, hey, it's a new coaching staff. We're looking for, a new way to reach our goals, to get in that championship. And Chris Paul, you're not a part of that plan. That's not bad. It's a new coaching staff, new owner. The owner doesn't know Chris Paul as well. The new coaching staff, they're familiar with Chris Paul, but they have different options in hindsight. So they're rebuilding around Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. I don't know about the DeAndre Ayton situation, whether they're going to keep him around. It sounds like they're going to keep him around and basically keep developing him. Even though he got that big contract and maxed contract, he still has to develop. So hopefully the coaches there, especially Tisdale, the assistant coach, open DeAndre Ayton up like, hey man, let's get a little bit more aggressive on the rebounds and defensive end. Let's, play with a little bit more aggressiveness. I don't want to get on DeAndre Ayton. I say one person I recommend DeAndre Ayton to watch is Al Jefferson. He needs to go back and watch some videos of Al Jefferson. Very similar build when it comes to the body, but Al Jefferson, aggressive on defense, aggressive towards rebounding. Not as athletic as DeAndre Ayton, but based upon how he played, it looked like it. So DeAndre Ayton has all the skills to perform at the All-Star level. Let's just see if he gets there with his new coaching staff, whether or not they trade him or not. But back to CP3, he's a veteran. He's a Hall of Famer. All those things. He was just let go by the Phoenix Suns. They figure that, hey, he may have been called. I don't know if DeAndre Ayton couldn't handle him and Monty, because they're going to hold you to a higher standard. Chris Paul going to hold you to a high standard. The CP3, the point guard, he's going to hold you to a high standard. And so is Monty Williams, Coach Monty Williams, but that's probably too much for Ayton. They're going to find a way to mold and work him in. They're going to figure it out because they're paying that guy. They're going to have to figure it out or trade him. But back to CP3, he was just recently let go by the Suns, which was today, June the 7th, before we get into the free agency. And there is a game tonight, the Nuggets versus the Heat. So game 3. So on game 3, the day of game 3, the Nuggets versus the Heat, the Suns said, hey, let's slide into the news and we're going to let you guys know we are moving on from CP3. And we're going to find other means to keep building this team around the core pieces that we have. CP3, everybody wants to say, hey, where he's going, where he's going. The first thing everybody's going to say, it's been going on for years, since 2013, when we thought he was going to go to see the Lakers. But it didn't happen. So his eyes is on the prize still. I don't know if he still wants to win a championship. I know he wants to win a championship because he's been there. He's competitive. But hey, Lakers do give you that opportunity. You can come in on a veteran minimum, or they may sign you for more. I don't know. But the perfect fit to me, San Antonio Spurs, man. Let's just get straight to it. The reason I said that, the San Antonio Spurs, is because of one guy, man. That's Wembanyama, man. Mr. Victor himself. There's no veteran point guard there. I guarantee you. I can't even guarantee you. I would love to see CP3. Not even saying I love. I just think it's a perfect fit. You have the number 1 pick. All right. The number 1 pick, he says he wants to win championships. He wants to win right away. What other way to let him know as an organization that you want to win by just going ahead and signing CP3? Like, hey, we got a veteran point guard. He's going to know how to feed you. He's going to let you even move. He'll even move to the side and let you bring it up and do what you do, just like he did with Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. There's times where CP3 was running the show, but still, There were times where Devin Booker and Kevin Durant within the offense itself was running the show. So and CP3 had to, stand to the side, hit the open three. So that was his main goal, hitting those open threes. But the Spurs, to me, will be a great fit for CP3, especially with the playing time. He's older, so people saying he don't need as much playing time. He need to make sure he make it through the playoffs. So if he's trying to win right now, I could see CP3 thinking about the Lakers, thinking about signing a veteran minimum, maybe even go to Boston Celtics or any other playoff team that's that ended up in their conference finals or was probably 1 or 2 games away from the conference finals. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna just have to say those San Antonio Spurs for CP3, I think that's the best landing spot. Everywhere CP3 goes, Chris Paul goes, they win, man. That team goes to the playoffs. He's a winning point guard. So with Pop and CP3 and Victor, I could see that team making the playoffs or making a strong push, whether it's a play-in or not. Now, if CP3 ends up going to the Spurs and you got Victor Wembanyama, they're gonna have to grab some key free agents to work around those two. But I think that'll be a great fit for Chris Paul, especially to just end his career. Like, hey, let's just go. Let me go to San Antonio, go play with Pop, show people what I'm made of, and show these people I am a point guard. This team was in the lottery the year before. They have the number 1 pick, and I turned the lottery and the number 1 pick. I turned the lottery team and the number 1 pick into a playoff team, and hopefully a title contender. I don't know how good Victor is. I'm not gonna give him Porzingis vibes because I was high on Porzingis because he was over 7 feet, doing between the legs and all that stuff, and I was wild by that. But as you know, injuries and anything can happen. So I hope for the best for Victor. Hope he has a great career and everything. But if I was Victor, I'll get on the phone right now and say, hey, if we're not gonna trade for a superstar and you're just gonna build based upon our our um our balance, basically off our salary cap, CP3 looks like a nice fit. So, goodbye CP3 from the Valley in Phoenix area. Hello to whatever's new. So, everybody's going to talk about, hey, it might be the Lakers. It might be this team, that team. But at the end of the day, the perfect fit, I think, for CP3, just to show people what he can do with a big, especially a premier big, he changed Tyson Chandler's career. He was just throwing oops left and right. Tyson Chandler, um, down there in New Orleans, he was playing for the New Orleans Hornets, and then they changed their names to the Pelicans. But he was putting on a show, just throwing it left and right, and I could see him doing the same thing with Victor. So this is where we hoop at, and I hope you guys enjoy your NBA playoffs or NBA Finals game today. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. And if I see people starting to like and subscribe more, guess what? I'm going to pop up and throw up some more videos. And it's all based upon you. Appreciate you. Stay safe and stay blessed.